Honestly, I'm just happy that I'm getting through it. Um, Especially because a few years ago I tried before and I had a major panic attack. I got overwhelmed, I got overstimulated, and we ended up giving the puppy back to the breeder, after a couple days. And we gave her back to the breeder because I couldn't handle it and I broke down. And after that incident, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of my anxiety ruling my life as much as it has been for the past, you know, what is it? 6 years at this point. Like before then, I don't really have that many problems. But for the past 6 years, my anxiety has gotten pretty bad. So a couple years ago, I ended up talking to my doctor about my anxiety because I'm tired of it. And because my biggest thing is like I get anxious like when COVID started, I got really anxious about everything because I didn't want to get sick. We stopped going out. We didn't go anywhere. We stayed in all the time. And then I developed an anxiety for being in the car. Because before that, I was fine in the car, no problem. Like growing up in San Diego, I drove. We drove. We went places all the time. How we moved across the country. We moved from California to North Carolina, and we drove across the country. Being in cars, was an everyday thing for us, and that was fine. But after not being in the car for like, 4 years, I developed I get anxious in the car. I don't know if it's fully anxiety or motion sickness or something, but I was having panic attacks whenever we left the house in the car. And, so we just kind of stopped going places. And so, things like that. I just got tired of it. And I talked to the doctor, and she ended up having me try ashwagandha, which is like a root. Basically, it's a natural root. And I have gummies. So I ended up trying that out, and it actually helped a lot. Whenever I leave the house, I take one. When we first got Rinoa, I took it for the first 4 days. I was very anxious with her and overstimulated, just like last time. But I did not have any panic attacks or any major problems. I was just really uncomfortable. And I couldn't sleep for the first 3 days because my brain wouldn't shut off. So I was just exhausted and anxious and stuff. But after 4 days, I pushed through it, and I didn't need my ashwagandha anymore with the puppy. And yeah, now, and before the puppy, I was, what is it called? Before we got the puppy, we were doing small trips, like we took a 15-minute trip here, 15-minute trip there. And now I can actually be in the car again with no problem. I'm still anxious about getting on the freeway though. I haven't gotten there just yet again. So like when we take surface streets, I have no problem. But getting on a freeway makes me very anxious still. So I'm like, it's a work in progress, but I've come a long way in the past couple of years after finally doing something about it. And then, yeah, here we are. I got a puppy, and I'm doing fine, And we've been going places a little bit. Because what we were doing is every weekend we used to go out for a little bit. Like, we didn't even actually go anywhere. We just drove around just to get me in the car again, like in the past. And yeah, like it's been good. soon, I'll continue working on getting on the freeway, getting more comfortable again. So, because my plan is eventually we want to start taking trips with the puppy when she's fully vaccinated. Or we want to start going places, like scenic places, parks, and things. So, you know, this way we can still be away from people, be safe, be outdoors, but have, you know, mini adventures with the puppy. And the other thing we want to do is we want to start like getting a cabin for the weekend kind of thing where we go away for the weekend, have a cabin, you know, still have access to internet and stuff and power and all that things, but just be able to unplug for the weekend if we feel like it with the puppy, things like that. Those are my little goals that I want to get to with my anxiety.